They say the truth always comes out, but no one expected it to come from Bheki Cele himself. When the former police minister sat before the Ad Hoc Committee, he didn't hold back. What was meant to be a defense quickly turned into a revelation, one that peeled back the layers of corruption, politics, and power sitting at the heart of South Africa's police system. I watched every moment, and honestly, what Cele said left the room in silence. Some of his answers shocked even his critics. So, today, we're breaking down the 5 most shocking things Bheki Cele revealed in his inquiry, and what they tell us about how deep the cracks really go. It started with a name, Mzansi Cat Matlala, a businessman with links to government projects and political funding. Cele admitted he knew Matlala very well. Not an acquaintance, not a rumor, someone he actually knew. He tried to draw a line, saying, "We're not friends," but then revealed Matlala once discussed political funding with him. That one sentence changed everything, because it blurred the line between law enforcement and political influence. I remember thinking, if the man in charge of policing admits to knowing someone tied to political funding schemes, what else lies beneath the surface? Then came the second bombshell. Cele slammed the decision to disband the Political Killings Task Team, known as the PKTT. He called it procedurally wrong and dangerous for KwaZulu-Natal. He explained that the task team wasn't just another SAPS unit. It was created under an interministerial committee, meaning no single minister had the power to dissolve it. But someone did. Cele warned that dismantling the PKTT put lives at risk in one of South Africa's most politically volatile provinces. To him, it wasn't just bad administration, it was sabotage. And in that moment, the committee room went quiet. You could sense the weight of what he was saying, that political violence wasn't being fought, it was being managed. Cele's third revelation wasn't just shocking, it was frustrating. He tore into South Africa's bail system, calling it a disaster that keeps criminals on the streets. He spoke about suspects with 20, even 30 pending cases, who get arrested, released, and then rearrested again. It's a revolving door, he said, and it's killing police morale. I could hear the anger in his voice when he said, "How do you fight crime when the system keeps setting criminals free?" And honestly, that hit hard, because it's something ordinary South Africans feel every day. Then Cele said something that confirmed what many of us have long suspected. Political interference inside SAPS runs deep. Without naming anyone, he hinted that senior politicians were pulling strings behind the scenes, deciding which cases moved forward and which quietly disappeared. He described it as a toxic culture, where police work becomes political currency, where justice is negotiable, and where speaking up can cost you your career, or worse. Hearing that from a former minister, it didn't sound like a rumor anymore. It sounded like a confession. But the most chilling moment came near the end, when Cele questioned whether the police still serve the people. He said, and I quote, "If we cannot serve the people honestly, then what are we doing?" It was rare to see that kind of vulnerability from him. This wasn't the confident, hat-wearing minister we're used to. It was a man admitting that the system he helped build is falling apart. He spoke about corruption, weak leadership, and political meddling, saying these forces have eroded trust in SAPS from the inside out. And at that point, it didn't sound like he was defending himself anymore. It sounded like he was warning us. When the hearing ended, there were no cheers, no applause, just silence. Because what Bheki Cele revealed wasn't gossip or politics, it was truth. A truth that shows how power, corruption, and fear have twisted the very institution meant to protect us. Whether you believe Cele or not, one thing is clear. His testimony has forced South Africans to look at SAPS differently. It's no longer about who's guilty or innocent. It's about whether we still have a system worth saving. So, what do you think? Was Bheki Cele being honest, or just trying to save himself? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into South Africa's biggest stories.